Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love. So we have something very exciting for all the newbies today. Thank you all for subscribing because I know that you already have. Make sure you click on that notification bell so that every time I do upload a video, you can be the very first one to give me your feedback, comment, whatever you want to do. Also, click the like button if you like this video, or if you don't like this video, leave me a comment down in the description, not in the description box. Leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know how I can improve intelligently. Let me know how I can improve my channel or what else you would love to see on this channel, because we are an entire community. You know, I love the feedback. I love the engagement, all of that. So that being said, we have a lot of new subscribers, y'all, and I'm so excited. You know, I really appreciate all of the love and support that I've been getting over the past couple of months, over the past year since my channel has been up. I promise you all many more things in the future to come. And yeah, I have to follow through, right? Yes, I do. But today we're going to be talking about some fragrances that are well loved amongst the community. These are fragrances I feel like you can start your channel if you decide to start a channel, or if you are on a new fragrance journey, because I've been getting a lot of people saying they are just starting their fragrance journey. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 10, you can be 60, you can be 80, as long as you're enjoying your fragrances and as long as you know, just love what you do and love what you have in your collection. So I'm going to be discussing my top 10 picks, and this was very hard to do because I have so many that I absolutely love. I'm going to do a designer and a niche. So today we're going to be talking about my top 10 designer fragrances that I believe you all could have in your collection as starter fragrance babies, you know, that you could start your collection with. Or I don't want to say collection because I'm not going to enable you, that you can start your fragrance journey with. You know, these are 10 that they range in like rose scent and sweetness, kind of gourmandish. There's some that are really fresh. So I'm trying to give you options so that you can have like picks for the week if you want, or just to even go back in rotation. So anyway, that being said, let's start this fragrance journey for all of my new subscribers that are just starting their journey, y'all. These are all mass appealing, almost mass appealing. They're very compliment getting. You'll hear a lot of other fragrance reviews talk about these as well. And if they don't, then I don't know what to tell you, because if you're a fragrance reviewer, most likely you should have these in your fragrance collection for the most part, you know, or something very similar to that. So the very first one we're going to talk about today, this one's not very affordable, but you could probably catch it on sale. But I had to include this because I absolutely love it. It was one of my best finds of 2021. Actually, yeah, one of my favorite finds of 2021, and I have videos on that as well. And this is the most expensive one that I have in this collection that we're going to show you here. Most of these are under $100, maybe under $70. You can find them on the gray market. This one, I've only been able to find it at the Louis Vuitton store, and I got this over in Amsterdam. You see the dent on this bottle. I've only had it for about 3 months, but I absolutely love it. This is a very non-offensive fragrance, and this is Louis Vuitton Attrape-Reves or Attrape-Reves. You can wear this to the office. This is very non-offensive. It's not beast mode, but it does have an amazing performance, moderate everything, projection, longevity, all of that. And it's an amazing fragrance. And in here, it's basically a floral, woody, fruity, patchouli centered, rose-based fragrance, and it's absolutely stunning. So in here, you have your lychee, ginger, you have a beautiful note of cacao and chocolate, a really dusty, powdery note, but you really get that rose and patchouli in here as well. You know, I'm not gonna spray this because this fragrance runs retail, I think about $200+, but it's amazing. You know, I really wish I had a backup bottle of this, but they do refill their bottles, but you definitely get the rose. You get the lychee that's not very screeching. It's very soft. It's very fruity. It's a beautiful, stunning, very super feminine fragrance. But, you know, wear what you want to wear, y'all. But I absolutely love this. This is Attrape-Reves by the House of Louis Vuitton. Y'all, stunning fragrance. Okay, this is in my top 10 for life. Just FYI. or top 20 for life, because I said I'm not ever doing a top 10 for life, okay? You're not gonna make me do a top 10 or be restricted to a top 10. So the next one we have is the infamous, and I'm gonna say infamous, the well-loved, the most adored fragrance. When people tell me that they love fragrances, but they don't have Flower Bomb by Viktor&Rolf, I am completely shocked. Or they've never smelled Flower Bomb, I'm completely shocked. A couple of coworkers of mine, they love Middle Eastern fragrances, you know, they've traveled all over the world, and they're like, oh yeah, I love fragrances. And I'm like, well, have you smelled Flower Bomb? You know, and they're like, no, I've never heard of it. I'm like, huh? You never heard of Flower Bomb? So anyway, if you are a fragrance reviewer, you are just starting your collection, you should know and have Flower Bomb. I'm not saying that you have to love it, but it's very mass appealing. Most people love Flower Bomb. It's an amazing tea fragrance, y'all. Beautiful note of patchouli. It's a very clean, fresh patchouli. It's a tea fragrance. I think there's black tea or maybe Earl Grey tea in here, but I think it smells of black tea or a white tea. There's a bitterness about this fragrance, but it's also a sweetness about this fragrance as well, with the African orange flower. There's some honeysuckle in here. This is an adorable, super feminine, all year long fragrance. It's not offensive. I get so many compliments on this. So if you are just starting your fragrance journey, you definitely want to keep your eye on Flower Bomb. Flower Bomb nectar is slightly sweeter, but there's a gunpowder note in there as well that may be a little offensive to people. Some people don't get that, but I completely do. Flower Bomb, I think Ruby Orchid, I absolutely love that one as well. It's a little creamier. It's a little richer than this one. So I didn't use Orchid in this review, but I absolutely love both. But if you're starting, you might want to start with Lotus Flower Bomb, which is an amazing fragrance, y'all. Get your nose on it. So the next one we're going to talk about, if you think, let me give you an alternative, okay? This is just an alternative. If you think that Flower Bomb is a little too immature for you, because some people think that Flower Bomb is juvenile, I absolutely don't think it's juvenile at all. The bottle's stunning, like everything. The scent is not juvenile, any of that. If you think this is too juvenile for you, here's the other alternative, which is much more affordable. And this is JLo Still. This is another lovely tea fragrance. And this one has Earl Grey tea in there. There's some freesia, there's some lotus, there's some vanilla in here. Also, you have some apple, you have some white peppers, some rice, some jasmine. This one's a little warm, spicy. It's a little more green than Flower Bomb. Flower Bomb is not green at all. But this one, I'll go ahead and spray this one. Absolutely love this fragrance. You can find this fragrance for about $30 for a 100 ml bottle. But if you love a good tea note, you get that a little bit of that greenness, and it settles into a beautiful, floral, fruity jasmine scent. It's stunning, y'all. And for the price, you cannot pass this up. And this is JLo Still. Gorgeous. You need this in your collection, okay? Especially if you love a very light tea fragrance. There's black pepper, yes, there's white pepper in here, but it's not too spicy, y'all. So trust me, okay? If you love tea, you need this fragrance. And that's an alternative for Flower Bomb. So the next one we're going to talk about is the well-known, and this is the Libre Intense. I could not tolerate the original Libre. The Libre EDT is a little lighter, and it's a little less lavender in here, and you still get that bright citrus scent and the vanilla, but it's a little more uplifting. So I do like the EDT, but I love the Intense, and this is Libre Intense. So in Libre Intense, you have your lavender, orange blossom, mandarin, vanilla. You have some sandalwood in here. You also have some orchid and some tonka. Like I said, most of these fragrances are non-offensive. You can wear them everywhere, all year long, all day long. You get a little bit of lavender in here, but you really get that vanilla and the lavender and the tonka bean. It smells of a little bit of sandalwood as well. It's creamy. It's a little woody. It's a beautiful fragrance. And this is Libre Intense. Love, love, love. But you got to love lavender, y'all. And this is to me, it's not a heavy lavender. The original Libre has a heavy lavender in there, and I did not like it. I could not tolerate it. I was like, you're going back, okay? Goodbye. So the next one we have is one that I've absolutely loved, and I contemplated buying this for a long time. because my signature scent when I was in my early 20s, it was Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. That is an amazing scent as well. I don't have it in my collection anymore because I gave that one away over in Ghana. But Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker is an alternative to Narciso Rodriguez For Her EDT if you want a little less muskiness. So just pretend I have Lovely over here. So anyway, this smells just like Lovely with a little bit more muskiness, and there's a little bit more peachiness in here as well. Peachness. There's a little bit more of a peach scent, y'all. I'm over here making up words. But anyway, this fragrance is so beautiful, and I was wearing Lovely, but I wasn't giving this fragrance any love. So I said, you know what? I've worn Lovely for years, so I'm gonna give Lovely a timeout, and then I'm gonna just hang with my girl Narciso For Her, the EDT, show her some love, and then on top of that, I can get the lovely muskiness that I love as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. Atomizer is great on his bottles, you know. Beautiful peach, vanilla, floral, musky scent. So in here, I think I pretty much gave you the notes. You have your base of rose, peach. It's a little powdery, creamy. You have your amber patchouli and sandalwood. Stunning fragrance. This is very affordable. You can probably find the smaller bottle for about $60. Fragrance by, they usually have a lot of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, Fragrance by and Fragrance X. But Fragrance by has the best prices for Narciso Rodriguez. But I absolutely love this fragrance. But like I said, it smells just like Sarah Jessica Parker's Lovely. They're both stunning, y'all. So if you don't like musk, Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely is an alternative for this one. So the next one we have is one that I get tons and tons of compliments on. You can actually wear this all year long. You can wear it in the spring, summer, fall. Maybe not so much in the winter because it has some very uplifting, fruity, tropical notes. It has pineapple, hyacinth, and I'm just wiping the bottle off for y'all because my fingerprints are all over it. This is a Chance. This is Chanel Chance, and this is the EDT. The EDP is okay, you know, but I love the freshness, and this also gives you slight cologne vibes, but it's definitely a feminine fragrance, but I love the freshness of the EDT. It's amazing. I get compliments, so many compliments from men, from women, from everyone of all ages on this fragrance. You have your pineapple in here, you have your hyacinth, you have some patchouli, you have some white florals in here as well. You have your iris, you have some lemon in here, which it brightens up the fragrance with the hyacinth as well. You also have your jasmine rose, your vetiver, and some amber. This is a stunning fragrance, you all. Yes, I do have the gigantic bottle, and I absolutely love that I got the huge bottle because, you know, you can definitely rock this spring. I've been rocking it already this spring, but I'm gonna wear this out in the summer, y'all. This pineapple note in here is amazing. The pineapple, the hyacinth, the rose, the jasmine, the lemon. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So this will be an amazing, because a lot of people don't like Chanel, right? Or a lot of, it's not that they don't like it. They don't like the aldehydes in Chanel. So Chanel sometimes can be a little bit hard to handle, especially if you're starting out trying to get used to wearing fragrances. So I would say start with the Chance line, and maybe not start with the EDP. Start with the EDT. Another one that I do recommend is the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, and that one has, if you like patchouli, and that one has a really freshness mandarin. It's really citrus based, excuse me. Oops, sorry y'all. It's really citrus mandarin based with patchouli note as well. It's really fresh, sweet, woody, all of that. And they're both amazing fragrances to start with, but you know, everybody knows Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. This one's just a lighter version of the Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, and I absolutely love it, y'all. And this is Chanel Chance, the EDT. So the next one we're gonna talk about is C, and this is the C Intense. If you don't like a heavy black currant note, or if you don't want something super sweet, the alternative is the original C. They're both stunning fragrances. I wanted something a little heavier. I like this one more, and this is the C. It's better performing to me because it's a little heavier on the blackcurrant note, and this one has blackcurrant syrup inside. So this is C Intense, like I said. In here you have, it's an ambery, warm, fruity floral fragrance. In here you have your blackcurrant syrup, Turkish rose, you have some Gabbana, and you have an amazing note of benzoin just to help boost the fragrance. It gives it a little bit of that richness. But yeah, this is C Intense by the House of Armani Privé. I wish I had a backup bottle of this. I don't need it. It's stunning. I love it. Get your nose on it. C Intense. And I actually ordered this because it's so hard to find from the Armani website. I think they had a discount though. It's like 25% off at the time. I try not to pay regular price for fragrances, especially starting out. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on fragrances. You know, you want to just get your body used to it, your olfactory senses used to these fragrances. And you know, sometimes people have allergic reactions and you know, they can't really wear heavy fragrances, but most of these are pretty airy today. They're pretty light, and they're great performing as well. So the next one we have is The Only One, and I am so glad Brooke Sosa, you know, and hi Brooke, if you're watching. She convinced me to buy this. Brooke Sosa about a year ago talked about, I love The Only One Intense. I have a backup bottle of The Only One Intense, but I smelled The Only One, but I don't think I gave it a fair chance. So I decided to blind buy it, and I absolutely, after wearing it, I wore it maybe 3 or 4 times. I liked it, but after wearing it, getting the sillage, the performance, all of that, as it settled in on my skin, beautiful, beautiful. Violet. Oh, the violet in here is stunning. The violet, the iris, the coffee. I think is there some cacao in here as well? No, there's some caramel. There's some orange blossom, rose. There's some pear. That's what it is. It's the pear, the violet, the coffee, the rose, the orange blossom. A stunning fragrance, y'all. But you have to love the note of violet. It's a little powdery. You do get that cacao more in the dry down, but I get the cacao more on my skin and not on my clothes as it warms up. But absolutely love this fragrance, and this is The Only One, the original The Only One EDP, y'all. Stunning fragrance. It's gorgeous. But y'all, the orange blossom, the mandarin, the pear. Oh, I just smelled all of it, okay? So the next one we have is some fragrances that I really didn't care too much for, but I kept going back to this one fragrance. And it's by Carolina Herrera, and this is one of the good girl fragrances because I really don't like any of the other ones. I like the one in the red heel, but it also smells like it's similar to like a Delina dupe for me. It's also similar to Angel Nova to me. Like they all smell very similar. So I decided not to get that one. It didn't make sense. So anyway, I love Carolina Herrera Legere. Love the heel as well. It looks like a glass slipper like Cinderella. So anyway, Legere is so addicting. Legere almost reminds me, aside from the Dolce de Leche note, the caramel note in here, it's almost giving me the same vibes as this one, as Attrape-Reves, slightly. Because when I kept smelling it, I kept smelling my Attrape-Reves or Attrape-Reves. But anyway, in Legere, it's a lactonic white floral fragrance. It's sweet. You have your tuberose, you have your jasmine in here. You have some ylang ylang dulce de leche, which is like a Mexican caramel, I think it is. Or yeah, it's like a caramel, like a milky caramel. You have your tonka, you have your rose. It's such a beautiful fragrance. Like I said, this is the only heel that I like. They're coming out with a new one. I definitely have to get my nose on that one because I saw a couple of good reviews on that one as well. I think it's in a pink heel with some glitter on it. The heel is absolutely ugly, but I heard the fragrance inside is stunning, y'all. So the next one we have is a love amongst the fragrance community, and this is Guerlain Intense. This is a beautiful, let me go ahead and spray this. Love this. I wear this one to work a lot. I wear Libre Intense to work a lot when I just feel like I want a relaxing day, or I feel really warm and cozy, and you know, I want to be comforted. You know, it's delicious, y'all. It almost reminds me of MFK's Gentle Fluidity Gold. They almost have like the similar or the same DNA, it smells like. So I think that's another reason why I bought the Intense. The Mon Guerlain, you can also, which is a good starter, is the original Mon Guerlain fragrance, but I love the richness and the vanilla of this one. So in here you have your, it's like a woody lavender vanilla fragrance. And you just have a lot of, basically vanilla, lavender. You got some floral notes in here, but this is basically a vanilla lavender centered fragrance, and it's absolutely stunning. You know, if I ran out of this Mon Guerlain Intense, I would definitely repurchase this again. The next one we have is one that I didn't take to very well in the beginning, but you know what? I've learned to love fragrances of this caliber. So anyway, I'm not too fond or too keen on the bottle. You know, every time I was traveling internationally, I saw this bottle and I sprayed it like every single time, but I just never picked it up because I think it just looked a little, I don't know, the bottle wasn't cute enough for me, y'all. I was being slightly immature, okay? But anyway, this is Twilly, and I'm still smelling that Mon Guerlain, and it's amazing. This is Twilly de Hermes. This is a lovely woody floral tuberose jasmine fragrance. It's creamy, it's stunning. There's some ginger in here as well that uplifts the fragrance. I think you get some mandarin in here as well. There's some bitter orange, sorry, not mandarin, but I absolutely love this now, y'all. I guess I can say I love it. I was going to say I really, really like it, but I do love it because I find myself thinking about it and reaching for it. Is this my favorite tuberose? No, it is not, but it is an amazing starter tuberose fragrance. If you are not into heavy tuberose fragrances, this is definitely one to start at, y'all. Absolutely love Twilly. Like I said, it's a beautiful fragrance and it's a cute bottle, y'all. All right. So that is pretty much it. For those of you all that have been requesting this video and you are just starting your fragrance journey, I bid you adieu. And, you know, thank you for watching my channel, and I thank you for all of your support. And I hope amongst these that I've shown you today, you can find some that you absolutely are going to be head over heels for, and you're going to fall in love with, and you're going to buy tons and tons and tons more. No, I'm not going to be an enabler. Be responsible, y'all. And I'm talking to myself. All right, bye-bye. Love you all.